God is good all the time. Welcome, dear friends, to 3 Minutes with Father Al. In this weekend's second reading, St. James asks us, where do wars and conflicts come from? And he answers his own question by saying, wars and conflicts come from a tortured, disordered human heart. You see, I have come to know that every human heart has a desire for God, and that desire, by its very nature, is infinite. And sometimes that desire hurts. It expands the heart, kind of like growing pains when we were teens. And so, at times, maybe we want to fill our hearts with things that are less than God in order to feel better or to feel good. Maybe we choose alcohol or some other substance. Maybe we seek power. Maybe we seek being liked or being popular. But we end up finding that all those things don't fill that void in our hearts. The only thing that can fill that void, the only thing that can heal the tortured human heart, is the love of God. We were created for that bliss, communion with God. I remember a few years back, I went to a retreat center, and there was a sign hanging on the door of the chapel, and it said, cozy inside, cozy outside. That really struck me, and it has stuck with me too. When I'm cozy inside with God, when I'm open to His warmth and His friendship, I'm also cozy and warm with people in my environment. But when I'm tortured or disordered inside, I find it harder to get along with others. And so this week I'm encouraging you and me to seek some cozy time with God. That might be the most practical thing we can do to improve the quality of our relationships. You know, in the gospel this weekend, Jesus says to His disciples, I'm going to have to die on a cross. I'm going to have to suffer and be rejected by many people. And so His disciples start to say to themselves, well, who's going to lead this ragamuffin band when Jesus dies? And they started arguing about who's the greatest. And Jesus saw that they were percolating about something, and He said, hey, what were you all talking about? And they said, we really don't want to mention it, but we're kind of wondering who's going to be the lead guy when you go. And Jesus said, you know, unless you become like a little child and recognize your powerlessness and use that powerlessness as a space to be cozy with God, you will never enter the kingdom of heaven. So, my friends, yes, it does hurt to desire God sometimes, but it's a hurt that leads to love. Cozy inside, cozy outside. God bless you, and see you in church.